Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Court. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're returning back, welcome back. Shout out to all the members and the memberships, okay? I keep getting messages, y'all, of you asking me how to join the memberships. If you're subscribed, you have to be subscribed in order to join. Subscribing here in the public, free readings, that's free, okay? That's what I provide here on YouTube. The groups, on average, it's about 23.3 cents a day, depending on the level for the membership that you come in at. Again, you have to already have been subscribed to this channel. And right where it says subscribed on the main page, to the right, it says join after you subscribed, right? So people keep asking me. So on average, 23 cents a day or $1.55 for the members exclusive readings, where we go more into spirituality, psychology, dogma, theory, philosophy. It's a plethora of energies. Yeah, it's interesting. Nevertheless, at least for me and the people that are joined, hey there. Hi, my beautiful members. Holy Spirit, divine angels. What is the current energy? What is it that we need to know? Hermit. Oh, this is so nice, y'all. King of Cups in the upright is being emotionally mature, going within. Virgo energy, staying grounded with your emotions. That's nice. I like that energy. Holy Spirit, anything else? Yeah, we got the 10 of Pentacles. Abundance, commitment, good commitments, high vibrational spiritual contracts. That's what's up. For some of you, you're moving. Yeah, you're moving. This is like going to the next level. King of Cups energy is emotionally processing something by way of logic and understanding, discernment and intuition. That's what I feel with that Hermit energy and the King of Cups. Self-love. Eight of Cups. After walking away, closing out cycles. Okay. That you just don't need. Yeah, I've been channeling this a lot, especially today. You got the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So this earthy energy could be bringing in you really manifesting that aspect of your life, like your worldly possessions, beautifying your home, planting flowers, or doing whatever this is that you need to do. That is it's like getting the bag. Yeah, financial prosperity based on what you do. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. Six of Swords, after healing from something. Eight of Cups, after walking away, going within. This is a very peaceful time. Look, even as I pull this card, it's coming up as healing. Six of Swords. Wow. Aquarius energy. That's beautiful. This is radiant. I think I want to claim this reading for myself. Yeah, Four of Swords. Four of Swords is like putting something to rest, walking away from something. Four of Swords is also about acceptance, meditation, introspection, being honest with yourself, putting something to rest. This could also represent better rest. Some of you are sleeping better, you're physically feeling better because this is healing energy, transmuting energy. Eight of Cups after walking away, Six of Swords and the Four of Swords. 10 of Pentacles is abundance. It also represents your lineage, spiritual gifts within your lineage, the 10 of Pentacles, and being celebrated. Spiritual graduation, that's what I heard. You got the Nine of Wands, okay? Wounded warrior energy. Or some people see that as the card that represents being guarded. Yeah. You're protecting your accomplishments. You're protecting your spirit. And you're guarding your heart. You're setting boundaries. That's what this Nine of Wands represents. The wounded warrior is like wisdom ensuing. After going through whatever you've gone through, you fought your fair share of battles. And now you're picking and choosing the ones that you want to fight. And I don't feel like you're needing to go uphill like that, unnecessarily. Like maybe you just don't need to fight those battles anymore. Whatever it is, you're protecting what is near and dear to you by way of setting a boundary. The Ace of Swords is giving me like healthy boundary, protecting your peace, staying guarded. Yeah, only selecting who you want to deal with because you already know that there's some people, unfortunately, that are feeling away. That has nothing to do with you. The Moon, these are people that refuse to change. Clarify, I can't make it up. You got the Lovers, self-love. Okay, so you're meeting people that are a beautiful reflection of you, different variations of you. Having new experiences is what I just heard. You got ex-lovers though under the Moon, okay, hidden enemies, and they're watching you get a victory. Isn't that beautiful? This is what self-love will get you. Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. I can't make this up. I can't make it up. You're leaving people out in the cold. People that you just don't need anymore. I'm being guided to pull from these other cards. Let's just see what is going on here. I just heard the curse has been broken. So whatever this is, this could be a generational curse. Yeah, the love spell backfired. Okay, and now somebody's obsessed. Okay. A love spell is not always just like doing magic or whatever somebody does. This could just be somebody meditating on something for a really long time and becoming obsessed. That's unfortunate, okay? Because this is not reciprocal type love. You know what I mean? This is like somebody that thought that they were going to hide in the shadows, not do the healing work, not adhere and or take responsibility, for themselves, but still be able to come in and have this type of a victory with you. Doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing. It just ain't making sense. Okay, what else is going on? So yeah, you're cleaning up some stuff. Somebody was really sending nasty energy, but with the Five of Pentacles, y'all, I feel like this person is getting exactly what they deserve. Whatever they sent you, you know, they're getting exactly what they deserve. I feel like their life is a reflection of what they tried to create for you. That could have never manifested. Yeah, it could have never manifested because that's not what you saw for yourself moving forward with the Eight of Cups, easing on down the yellow brick road. This says destined for greatness. Shout out to the people that read these cards backwards. You're amazing. Thank you. You're great. You see things, you know, in different dimensions. It's okay. Destined for greatness. Okay? Yeah. I just heard patience is a virtue. It's a gift. This is what Spirit is saying. So if I just heard that, that's like Spirit saying it's finally your time. This is your time. Yeah. Clarify these people. Yeah. And some of these people are being haunted by things that they did. Okay? Yeah, they could literally feel haunted by something that's like supernatural and or energetically, you know, whatever that is, whatever they sent out, whatever they wrote down and or said by way of conversation and energy, the universe is holding them fully responsible. Yeah, it's like this is your energy. You're going to have to deal with it, sit in it, marinate in it, sleep in it, get married to it until you decide to divorce it. Yeah, I can't make this up. But you're destined for greatness. This is beautiful energy. So with the love spell backfiring, somebody's being forced to learn self-love. You're a beautiful example of that with the King of Cups and the Hermit, Divine Collective, 10 of motherfucking Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles represents new ideas, celebrations, creativity, just happy life type energy. With the Six of Wands, it's a victory. And then you got the Five of Pentacles. It's almost like overcoming something, having to walk away from something, leaving something out in the cold, and overcoming a version of yourself that you had to put to rest. Four of Swords. With the Six of Swords, that's about healing. With the Hermit, inner healing. Queen of Pentacles, now you're focused on something that you're working on that's bringing you money and prosperity. Some of you could be spiritualists, motivational speakers, bloggers. I don't know. With the Queen of Cups, this is about empath energy, being empathetic, kind of being able to see into situations in a way that you're, you know, helping people, right? Yeah, you're being a mirrored example of what healed looks like, right? Yeah, I like that. Knight of Swords. This is about standing up and forging full steam ahead. Look at that. Knight of Swords. I love that. Clarify the Knight of Swords. That's about courage. Yeah, you know, in order to get to my wish fulfillment, I'm going to have to like hold myself accountable. Yeah, and get to it. So I feel like this is more of like reaping the benefits of your passion or something like that. Your labor. Whatever you're doing. What is this that you're doing, Divine Collective? Yeah, it's bringing you the Ten of Cups. Happiness. Ten of Cups absolutely does represent Soul Tribe family though too, y'all. Okay? With the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups, that's like meeting people that are like you. Meeting people that are like you, meaning you have a common perspective about peace, love, and light. They're their own person in their own right, but there's mutual respect. Ten of Cups is Soul Tribe energy. Yeah, we're not stuck in a tiny space of whatever somebody got going on over here with this mess, okay? Four of Wands, some of you are celebrating yourself. You know, that's what's up. Being your own first cheerleader, right? Celebrating you, celebrating others is beautiful. Four of Wands also could represent some type of a partnership, spiritual protection, new house, new home. Child, you are out here standing in your power. Your inner child is so happy. Isn't your inner child smiling right now? Like, seriously, this is for people that have done the work. You done the work. You got to the nitty gritty of it. You got to the middle of it. You know, you said, I'm into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. And you found your sun. You found your joy. You painted the sun back in your sky. Destined for greatness. So whoever this love spell person is, I don't know. I would love us too, though, with the Lovers in Temperance. Earth angel energy. It's a beautiful energy to love. But to attempt to do a love spell, thinking that you're going to abuse your power and position, that's not the kind of love that we're, giving by way of equal reciprocation. It's just not. That's why it backfired. So whoever this person is, clarify the person that's obsessed. Let's just see. Where are you at, sir, ma'am? You're stuck in the past. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Rethinking. Could be circumventing with things they don't need to be circumventing with. It's a temporary band-aid. Could be overindulging. This could be food, alcohol, being overstimulated by things that are just not good for them. Whatever it is, somebody's stuck in the past. When the answer and the remedy to this energy was self-love, somebody should have did a love spell on themselves, okay? They really should have. Yeah. This person's feeling guilty, ashamed, possibly something that they did that they don't want you to know about. Okay, Ten of Swords is like at the bottom, out of options, because somebody keeps trying to go against the universe as opposed to flow with it. And if you're in alignment, Divine Collective, which it appears as though you are, and you're going with the flow, anybody trying to go against the grain is going to end up like this. Look, down and out. Yeah, you're in alignment. You're in the Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups. That's like happiness, peace, joy, You got a lot of money. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But you were happy before the money showed up because you really are having a good time in this thing called life with sun. It's radiant energy, right? So this is what this is. It's just now your life will be a reflection of what that looks like, what winning looks like. You understand? In the season of Taurus, wealth and possessions is what I just heard. It's like you're on the universe's payroll type energy. You're getting exactly what you deserve. Yeah, look, Ace of Cups. Look at the hand coming from the cloud. That's like divine intervention. Answer to your prayers. More than what you asked for. Because you were obedient to your highest version of yourself. Whatever you deem that to be on a high frequency, hopefully. The universe is saying, okay, listen, we're going to mirror back to you and give you what it is that you need in order to pursue this beautiful life. That's what's up. You put some stuff to rest. And you're walking in the truth. Okay? Nine of Pentacles is single and self-sufficient. I just heard it's your time. Nine of Pentacles is a slow-moving energy. Sometimes it feels like, okay, well, when is this going to happen? When is this going to come into manifestation? And sometimes the universe has to line it up because it's really just that big, right? Okay. But now I feel like that it's happening so quickly with all this beautiful energy coming in. It's going to feel like it happened in the blink of an eye. Whereas when you were going through these cultivating, cycles by way of going within, so you didn't have to go without, cutting away certain things, people, places, things, old versions of yourself that you didn't need. It seemed like it was taking forever. That is the dark night of the soul. And you had to overcome betrayals that you didn't sign up for. Not necessarily. You kind of did, but you didn't, You know what I mean? Everybody, had to get a lesson. So you got the lesson. You didn't see that this would be the lesson. And then you realize, oh, okay, I got my lesson. I'm out. But you overcame betrayals. You healed wounds that you did not inflict, that you had no intention on inflicting on anybody else. Your hands are clean, okay? But at the same time, you're learning. Queen of Swords energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Anybody can have these placements. This could be a feminine. This could be a masculine. There is no spiritual gender or prejudice when it comes to spirituality. But the Queen of Swords is intelligent, very smart, very intuitive, retrograde energy, age of Aquarius energy, the water bearer, the one that brings life so that life can be more abundant. This is the gift to all of humanity. This is what the real Queen of Swords in the upright represents. And then you got Libran energy, the liberation of people, balance, freedom. fairness, equality, justice, spiritual justice, divine intervention. And then you got Gemini, communicative. Gemini is so funny because Gemini whoops the devil's ass every time. With retrograde, it's about the cycle, the triggers, and the lessons learned. Gemini is communication. Mercury, it's very cerebral. Queen of Swords in the upright. This means you're setting a healthy boundary is what this means. After all of whatever you've had to go through, your wisdom is kicking in. You're like, nah, hold up. I got an intuitive nudge. I don't think that's what I want. And you're being honest with yourself. It's not a people-pleasing energy. You're the one that has to live this life, so you might as well live it the way you need to live it in order to be okay, especially after what you've already learned. It's now time to apply that. Ace of Swords, that's like truth. Telling yourself the truth, admitting the truth, walking in the truth, manifesting what it is that you want. Yeah, no excuses. The Magician in the upright, more Gemini energy. Communication, energetically. Even if you're not talking and you're having silent communication, that's something by way of what it is that you're creating by way of the universe, because the energy is going out, right? So in this sun energy, you're just creating more sun, more peace, more joy, more happiness. Yeah, I can make it up. This is about moving forward. Two of Wands is, gazing upon the horizon, seeing the future, making sure that you're a part of it by way of actively holding yourself accountable to make a decision about what that looks like, what that feels like, what that smells like. This is how you manifest. And this is what you're doing, Divine Collective. I support this energy. I love it. This is a beautiful reading. Dark Night of the Soul, man. Okay, so all the people that, whatever, this energy. Nine of Swords. Dark Night of the Soul. Yeah, self-imposed imprisonment, Yeah. Doing love spells and you don't like yourself. Doing death spells on people. Wishing bad on people, but you don't want to die. You don't want to change. Nine of Swords. Mental anxiety. Self-inflicted wounds. Nobody's coming to save you. The Most High and the Creator, source of all things that goes by many names and many times, sent you. And somebody was somewhere thinking that everything they needed was on the outside of them. So they thought it not robbery to go and do a love spell on somebody who has self-love. They're not missing anything. So how is it that somebody thought being vacant, doing a love spell was going to benefit them in a way to get somebody who is celebrating themselves and loving themselves and meeting people that are just like them? You're not lacking anything when you have self-love. Your cup is already full. There's somebody that thought that you were going to have an empty cup and hold you to the past with the Six of Cups in the reverse. This also represents somebody holding in their mind's eye, unfortunately, a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. Chasing a ghost, if you will. And quite literally. You got the Three of Wands in the reverse. This is like lack of foresight. For lack of vision, people perish type energy. Got the Nine of Swords and the Three of Wands in the reverse. This person didn't foresee that, again, this is looking outward instead of going within. Three of Wands in the reverse is like the universe is saying, hey, you're going to have to pay attention to you. You're too busy, preoccupied, trying to get somebody to love you that's destined for greatness, that's answering the call to the universe, and that's in this energy. You're chasing a thought and an illusion that doesn't exist anymore. Whoever you thought this person was, they've gone down the yellow brick road. They're gone. They're in a whole nother way of existing by way of conscious energy. And this person can't see into your life anymore because they refuse to look at their own. They refuse to go within. It was a bad idea. Now they're obsessed. Yeah, because you're loving on yourself. The Empress energy. Self-love, divine feminine energy, self-care, saying nice stuff to yourself, thinking good things about yourself, and focused on your work, toil and labor. This could represent inner work, inner being, higher self. Yeah. Come through with the come through. Let's just see. Yeah, I can't make it up. Somebody's got to let something go. Four of Pentacles. This is somebody that was seemingly trying to hold you back, even if they didn't realize that consciously, which is dangerous, because that means that somebody's doing things unconsciously, unaware of what it is that they're doing. They're in a dangerous space. Whoever this person is. Whether they realize it or not, they were absolutely trying to hold you back. And with the Three of Wands and the Four of Pentacles, they got to let this go. They ain't got to do a damn thing. The universe has already made a decision. You got the Page of Swords. So now this love spell is backfired, and this person is obsessed watching you with the Page of Swords. Destined for greatness. I can't make it up. All over the place. Two of Pentacles in the reverse is like, you know, the inability to balance out your energy, your thoughts, your mind's eye, your spirit, your physical. Yeah. Clarify. Anything else we need to see? You got the Five of Wands and the Page of Cups. Yeah, somebody's fighting their inner child, their shadow. You know, this is what this person's issue is. You were never, ever the problem, although somebody wanted you to be. Somebody needed you to be the problem, because that would just give them more reasons of why they didn't need to take responsibility or deal with their issues of abandonment and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. You're not going to be there for anybody. Okay. So you got the Page of Cups. Somebody's fighting their inner shadow, and I'm laughing to keep from crying, really. You know, it's unfortunate. And I'm also laughing because the answer is right there. This person refuses to see it. It's a conscious effort to stay unconscious. Like, why would you consciously want that for yourself? You're making a conscious effort to not deal with what you need to deal with. Page of Cups. Yeah, somebody's fighting their shadow, their emotions as a child, refusing to grow up. This is inner turmoil. And the answers are there, because I'm telling you, this is a self-imposed imprisonment. Why isn't this person letting them out of themselves out of this prison? Justice. Spiritual hell, spiritual jail. So now that this love spell backfired, they're obsessed, they're watching you. It's not looking good. Yeah. Ten of Wands. I can't make it up. Stressed out, weighed down, feeling heavy. Okay. Got the Four of Cups, a missed opportunity, death, to grow and change. Sometimes death is a permanent ending. Pale white horse energy, grim reaper energy, sometimes. But this is a spiritual thing. Somebody missed an opportunity to go through a spiritual death, an ego death, a Leviathan energy, prideful energy. They refused. Every single prison mentally is a self-imposed imprisonment, with the exception of when you're a child. Sometimes you feel, you know, the people around you are making decisions for you. But this is why it's so important to do the shadow work and go back to the inner child and forgive the people who did the best they could as adults that were raising you, who were absolutely just children trying to be grown up, a reflection of their own traumas and fears, right? This person refuses to deal with their shadow. That could have gone over somebody's head, and that's okay. I love y'all. Take these energies as they resonate. Hopefully you enjoyed the reading. Drop a heart down below and show some love. You know, hopefully you'll come back and hang out with me here. I got more readings coming out. I'm going to go over to the memberships. There's going to be quite a great deal of uploading I'm going to be doing over there. So join me there for a lot of the extended readings to these ones. Again, these are exclusive readings. They won't make it to the public eye. Or you can just keep a lookout for the ones that come here too. These are really, you know, good readings as well. Okay. I thank y'all for being here. I love you so much. Don't forget to sage and stay up on your spiritual hygiene, you know. I feel like overall energy, we're doing really good. Hopefully y'all got y'all some of this sage in this nice full moon energy. Palo Santo there. Listen. Okay. This is so nice. This is like one of like 3 that I got. This is so nice. If y'all could smell it. Oh my freaking God. I love it. So stay up on your spiritual hygiene. I think I'm going to burn some of this and just kind of clear the energy after this reading. But yeah, I love y'all. So take what resonates. Remember, leave the rest. Don't let this stuff drive you crazy. Shout out to the people that came here just for entertainment purposes. Okay. And I will see y'all in the next video. Okay. Until then, peace be with you.